Well, Christmas season is over. And so is the year now, to come to think of it. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is directed by Joel Crawford and stars Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots. In here, the legendary cat of adventure and the swashbuckling animal has found that he has spent 8 of his 9 lives after frivolously just going around doing things. With his one last life, however, he must do something meaningful with it, so he decides to set out on a new adventure with friends, which will take on an even greater foe. So Puss in Boots is part of a spin-off kind of from, I think it's the Shrek universe. I'm not very big on understanding this particular one, so I won't pretend that I do. I've never really watched a lot of the films surrounding it. This is pretty much the first one I've seen. But generally speaking, from what I saw, while going into this movie, from the trailers and stuff, I was excited, and after seeing the movie, I was resoundingly happy and completely pleased with the entire film. The film is pretty funny, and it's a very family-friendly film that can connect to both the mature and the young audience in a way that very few films do nowadays. I love that it has action in it. It has some callbacks to films that if you've seen those films you understand, and Antonio Banderas is absolutely fantastic in here as Puss in Boots. And I don't know, it was a very nice movie. It was very relaxing. It was easy for me to just sit back, enjoy after watching so many movies this year that have been so hard and so complicated and so very difficult. This one was just a little bit of a taste of fresh air. And I know that it went down pretty well so far at the box office. It's got some stiff competition going on right now, but overall, this movie is doing a pretty good job. I feel like it's sticking a landing because of its narrative and how it's been played out and how it's written. Because the movie is really very, very good. The way it's written with the jokes and the progression and the character of Puss in Boots is fantastic because they write this as if it's a real movie, and Puss in Boots is, most part, pretty like a fleshed out character, and he has motivations and things. I found it to be very entertaining to watch, and I enjoyed the sequences throughout where Puss in Boots gets to have moments to contemplate and be serious, because those were nice as well. It's great that movies like this are around right now towards the tail end as we go into finishing up Oscar season and the year and Christmas is ending. To just have a movie that's a lot of brainless fun that invests you in a world that's completely a cartoon but somehow manages to be exciting anyway. And that was a large part of why this movie worked so well for me. Part of the reason it didn't work so well for me, I'm not a massive cartoon fan, and there are some tropes it kind of hits in here that are more in line and based in films that are not cartoons. So for me, the movie was pretty good. I genuinely did like it. I would say that while the movie is definitely not my taste, it's something I would recommend for you to go see with the family or by yourself because of its enjoyability, because I did have a good time with it. It wasn't like I was bored or disappointed or anything. I just wasn't immensely overwhelmed by it. I had a lot of fun with Puss in Boots. It was honestly dead drop hilarious. It was fun. It was exciting. Some great sequences in here throughout, and I recommend the movie. I'm going to give Puss in Boots an 8 out of 10. So thank you guys always so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you all next time.